I'm gonna burn this fucking place to the ground. Ah! Damn, Stallone is fucking mean in this movie. Well, I wanted to talk about, since I'm a Stallone fan, and I'm a Schwarzenegger fan, because I own almost every movie they've made, I had to talk about this movie. And I did see this in theaters too. And it is Escape Plan. I have it here on Blu-ray. Now here's the thing about this film. It was cool to see Arnold and Sly in a movie together where they both star in it. Not just like, oh, like Expendables where Arnold's only in like, what, 10 minutes of the first film, not even that. In the second film he's there and then he's not, and then he's there and then he's not. It's like, fuck that. Like in this movie they're together and it was really cool to see them on screen that long. And, you know, the chemistry between them, you know, that was pretty good. I just think this film, it just seemed really slow-paced, and it's not as good as Lock-Up. Okay? A lot of the things that happen in this film reminded me of Lock-Up. The warden, the basic thing about Sly wanting to escape from prisons, well, that's what he did in Lock-Up. He escaped from the prison. Even in Tango and Cash, he escaped. I mean, he tried to escape in Lock-Up, actually. I should say that. He tried to escape, but he didn't actually escape. Escape Plan, it felt very fake to me. Like, the prison that they end up in, like the cells, like the guys walking around with masks on, like these black masks and like black outfits, and like the prison cells, how they were laid out all futuristic looking. It looked kind of stupid, to be honest. But there are certain parts of the movie I like, and then there's parts of the movies that I don't like. Basically, the movie's about Sly is this guy who's hired to go into prisons and break out of them. Basically, it's to test out their security. Is the security in this prison good? Well, they'll send him in, and if he can break out of it, obviously it wasn't good. So he's broken out of like a ton of prisons all over the country. And he gets a job for this one prison that is like state of the art, I guess. And he finds out there's more to it on this job. There's more to what he's being told. They end up tranking him and bring him into this prison. And it's virtually, you know, you can't escape it. And the reason for it is, you know, Jim Caviezel, he plays the warden, which I thought Jim Caviezel did a really good job. I love Jim Caviezel in Frequency. I loved him in Passion of the Christ. I thought he was good in that. And in this movie, he was really good warden, I have to say. He brings him in. He brings Sly in. And Jim Caviezel's one step ahead of Sly in this film because he read Sly's book about prisons and breaking out of them. So he kind of took what he wrote and he applied it to his prison. Now, the movie is slow-paced in, like, there was the whole beginning before he got to this prison, like it shows him breaking out and stuff. And that was all cool if you were watching, like, a Mission Impossible movie. Because that's what it kind of seemed like. It seemed kind of too smart for a Sly movie. Like, like he was playing the role of Ethan Hunt or something. But I do appreciate that there was a little change up in that. It's an action movie, but there's not actually that much action in it. That's what really disappointed me too, is that, you know, it says right here, exciting on the edge of your seat action. No, it isn't. There's not hardly any action. There's action scene at the end, which is okay. It's okay. When they're in the prison, there's a couple times they fight, but that's it. There's nothing really in this movie that can specify as being an action film. getting Arnold and Sly together was enough, I guess. That was seeing them on screen. So what? You don't have to have a ton of action. You just see them on screen. So he's on this prison and he meets up with Arnold. And, they kind of like work together. And at first it's like they try to one-up each other, but they end up working together to try to figure out how to break out of this prison. They're sitting down there in where they have lunch and stuff, and they're sitting there watching the guards. They're like, okay, this guard, we're gonna call him this, and we're gonna call him that. Like they time everything. The guards, what they're gonna do at this time. Everything is timed so he can figure out how to maneuver past them. Come to find out, the prison they can't escape from because they're on a ship in the middle of the sea. So virtually it's kind of impossible. Even if you did escape, you'd end up on the top of the ship. You can't go anywhere. Let's see, who else do we got in here? 50 Cent. I guess he did okay. I don't know. He had okay music back in the day when I was into it. Who else do we got in here? Oh yeah, Sam Neill. He's in this too. He plays a doctor. He was pretty good. He didn't really have a huge part. He was just there, in this office, in this little part where medical exams and stuff like that. And he's got that little office there in the prison. So Stallone goes to him for advice and what he should do, and asks him to help him and stuff. I'm not going to spoil exactly what happens. I mean, Stallone escapes, okay? He does. He does this for a living. Why the fuck wouldn't he be able to escape this one? Think about it. The best scene, I thought, which was only a few minutes, Schwarzenegger gets this huge fucking gun from this helicopter, and he all of a sudden turns around like this, and the music is great, and it's like a little homage to Arnold when he, in Predator when he had a big gun, and just movies where he just uses guns, he turns around and he's just like that, and he starts taking out guys. That was awesome. I actually think Arnold stole the show in this. I actually liked Arnold better than Sly in this. I don't know what it was. Sly, it's with his movies now, it's hit or miss. I mean, I don't know what's with him. It's I love the new Rambo film, and I loved Rocky Balboa when he did those. Bolts to the Head sucked. That fucking movie, that pissed me off, that movie did. It's just, Sly, I just wish he would do a good franchise movie. That's what he needs to do. A Cobra 2. I would love to see another Cobra movie. Another Tango and Cash. I would love to see that. Let's see, what other movies would he be good at? I mean, I actually didn't mind Get Carter. I thought that was okay. It wasn't the best. I enjoyed Copland. And I'd love to see another Rambo, but I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, Escape Plan is just an okay movie. It's not, I'm not ranting hugely on this. It's one of those movies that is forgettable. And I'm sorry to say that. It just is. Bullet to the Head is very forgettable, in my opinion. But this one is also forgettable. It was cool, yes, to see Arnold and Sly on the screen together. That was fantastic. I love that. But it wasn't enough. I mean, maybe I have a sickness. I have to collect Schwarzenegger and Sly films. I even got Bullet to the Head, okay? And I didn't like that movie, but I support Sly and Schwarzenegger. I love... they're great action stars. So, I don't know what it is. I just love a lot of their movies, and I just collect them. But, I will, this is a movie that I would watch again. It's not one of those movies where I'm just like, well, you know, that was good for one watch, and I don't think I'm going to watch it anymore. You know, I would watch this again. So I thought everybody did good. I mean, Sly even did good, but it just didn't seem like his type of movie. It was different, but just because a movie is different doesn't mean it's good. People are going to have different opinions about it. I just think that this maybe could have been better, been different. The prison maybe be different. I just didn't care for like the guards being all like, oh, like I'm wearing black and like I have these masks. It looks like I'm a robot or a futuristic person. Like it just didn't seem down to earth to me. Seem a little far fetched. Like there's like the prison right there. Like you can see like what it kind of looks like with these little like square vestibules. So anyway, the escape plan. It's all right. It's not the greatest movie, and it definitely is not a big action movie. If you're looking for big action, it is not. 100% not a big action movie. So, if that's what you're looking for, you're looking in the wrong place. Anyway, that is my review of Escape Plan. Like I said, give it a watch. See what you think. If you're a fan of these 80s icons, maybe you'll like it. It's good to see them on screen. Like I said, it's very, very amazing to me when I was in the theater to see them on screen. I had a smile on my face the whole time. So that was cool. But it's not enough to make, you know, the movie has to be good. I mean, I just thought it was okay. So anyway, thank you for watching this review. I wasn't going to spoil anything. I mean, I did spoil a couple things, you know, about the ship and Sly escaping, but I'm not going to go into any more detail. Thank you for watching this review. Stay tuned for more, and I'll have rants and also just regular reviews. And this review there was a rant about, you know, I didn't care for certain things of the movie, so I'm being truthful about it. So anyway, stay tuned next time. This is Rob signing off.